KP's Video News. KP's Video News, yo.
That's right. It's time for KP's Video News, and I'm gonna bring it to you. This is a real president. President Obama warns group of mayors that the biggest mistake is to misinform during the pandemic. And I had what is this thing doing? I don't want that to happen. Sorry, folks. I was trying to do this story here, and for whatever reason, this little thing here doesn't want me to. All right. Anyway, former President Obama addressed a group of mayors and other local leaders Thursday, warning that amid ongoing coronavirus pandemic, the biggest mistake leaders can make is to misinform. Speak the truth. Speak it clearly, speak it with compassion, speak it with empathy for what folks are going through. The biggest mistake any of us can make in these situations is to misinform, particularly when requiring people to make sacrifices and take actions that might not be their natural inclination, Obama said during a virtual meeting organized by Bloomberg Philanthropies. The meeting included participants from more than 300 cities from around the world, including mayors, local leaders, and members of response teams. Obama also called on the leaders to build a reliable team of experts while addressing the pandemic. The more smart people you have around you, and the less embarrassed you are to ask questions, the better the response is going to be. The former president said that leaders must look out for the vulnerable as the pandemic continues. When you start looking at issues of domestic abuse and you start looking at racial disparities that are popping up in your cities, paying attention to that kind of leadership, and I know all of you aspire to, you have to be intentional about it and dedicate folks to thinking about those issues. New statistics have shown that Black and Latino communities are disproportionately affected by the coronavirus pandemic. The UN Secretary Guterres also warned that there has been a global surge in domestic violence as coronavirus lockdowns continue, saying that the number of women calling support services has doubled in some countries. The Thursday event marked the fourth meeting organized by Bloomberg Philanthropies to bring together world leaders to share insights, advice, and inspiration with local officials on the front lines of the pandemic. Former Presidents Bill Clinton and George Bush also attended previous events. Obama on Wednesday warned that although there are some early indications that social distancing is stemming the coronavirus pandemic, lifting those distancing measures ahead of robust testing across the country could put people back in danger. Social distancing bends the curve and relieves some pressure in our heroic medical professionals, Obama tweeted on Wednesday. But in order to shift off current policies, the key to be a robust system of testing and monitoring, something we have yet to put in place nationwide. So he just basically told the truth about the whole situation. You know, a lot of this stuff has, things that we really truly need to be doing has yet to be put in place. It's just not there. It just doesn't exist. And thanks to the DC dunce and his getting rid of the department that Barack Obama had created, infectious disease department, and before he left office, and back in 2018, following true to his hate for President Obama, Donald Trump got rid of it, closed it down, and just got rid of it. So now we need it. He got rid of it 2 years ago, and had put nothing in its place. And that's all he's been doing the whole time he's been there, and that's try to destroy what Barack Obama put in place, the things that we need that would help save lives. He's been getting rid of all of that stuff, using executive orders to get rid of them, and but he hasn't been replacing anything, nothing. So it's like if Barack Obama put things in place to counteract the problems that he received that George Bush did, and then Trump comes along and gets rid of that and doesn't replace it with anything, that means you have nothing. Michael Moore warns white men will soon become a minority, wants them to make amends for the Trump era. That's right. Academy Award winning director also mourned for the demise of Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign in his podcast Rumble with Michael Moore on Thursday. Filmmaker Michael Moore wants white men to make amends for the current administration, as he claims they are responsible for the rise of Donald Trump. The left-wing firebrand who directed Fahrenheit 9/11 and Bowling for Columbine railed against conservative white males near the end of the podcast Rumble with Michael Moore on Thursday. Men, especially white men, have a big responsibility to make amends for the Trump era. Moore said, those amends will happen. People will see the error of their ways. It is important to note that Trump won 52% of white women votes and 52% of male vote overall in 2016. That said, Moore also claimed the days of white males being the dominant demographic in the United States are coming to an end. They will be the minority. They are already the minority, he insisted. During his podcast, Academy Award-winning director also threatened to have certain members of the U.S. Supreme Court removed if they ruled against abortion. It will have taken years to get some of these people off the Supreme Court. Some may need to be impeached, he said. The filmmaker also mourned the demise of Bernie Sanders' presidential campaign before rallying against Democrats who attacked the socialist candidate. And last month, Moore suggested Trump was more dangerous than the new coronavirus because he is creating a false ignorance by spreading misinformation. He made the statement while talking to MSNBC anchor Brian Williams. If you have a president telling people it's a hoax, that there's nothing to worry about, that it will disappear, as he said yesterday, it'll be a miracle, which is more dangerous. The virus or the president? Who said that? The filmmaker said, because at least if we're honest and we knew everything about the virus and the facts were all out there, science could start to deal with it. Left-wing activists argue that Trump's statement was the most dangerous thing I've ever heard a president say in my lifetime. However, he claimed that the president deemed the virus a hoax. It was a hoax. And so then Trump came out and said the Democrats are politicizing the coronavirus. And that's what Trump said at one of his rallies. They're politicizing it. One of the people came up to me and said, Mr. President, they tried to beat you on Russia. That did not work too well. They couldn't do it. They tried the impeachment hoax. This is the new hoax. Trump stated that his use of the word referred to the action Democrat. Yeah, that's another lie, Trump lie. You're always trying to deflect and go on and on and on and on and try to blame everybody. He's feeling blame. So far, he's blamed Barack Obama. He's blamed the Democrats. He's blamed Nancy Pelosi. He's blamed the World Health Organization. He's blamed China. He's blamed Canada. He's blamed Mexico. He's blamed Muslims. He's blamed Iran. He's blamed Korea, North Korea. He's blamed everybody. It's everybody's fault but his. But you're the president right now. You're the president. So therefore, whatever happens under your watch is basically your problem. And as long as you continue to point fingers and blame everybody else for the things that are going on your watch, then that means we'll never get anything positive and we'll never get anything done. And a lot of people are going to lose their lives because we have an ineffective, illiterate, person that has no sympathy, no empathy for anybody, and he's a selfish person, and a lot of people are going to lose their lives because basically him and his family members have invested a lot of money into these pharmaceutical companies that they're pushing, that they want to try to make these pills that they claim will work, but they won't work because they haven't been tested. So they're trying to make money off the lives of people, and a lot of people are going to die behind this. And it's a sad day today. Hold on to your family members, and you know, tell them you love them and keep it pushing, cause this thing is deadly.
KP's Video News. KP's Video News, yo. KP's Video News.
That's right. KP's Video News.
KP's Video News, yo.